I don't know what's happening to Hillary. I love Hillary. Love Hillary. I'm an Obama guy, though.
Oh, yeah, how come?
Because even though I think she's probably a better president, I believe he is of this time. I'm watching this thing happen in this country.
It's exciting.
And you watch historically, things come together, and I think it's his time. And you know what? A president's job is not always to make policy. They are a face. They are a spokesperson. And if he can mobilize and unify this country and get people to care who have become complacent and feel like it's futile and that their vote and their voice doesn't count, and he can make them feel like Americans again, that's fine with me.
Yeah, it's good.
What about you? Where are you?
You know, I'm still under the dreamy delusion that there's going to be a unified ticket. That my opinion was before Super Tuesday, the two of them should have had a press conference and said, whoever wins, the other will serve. Because it is bigger than either one of them, and their desire to receive for themselves alone could end up being the thing that ruins democracy in the world.
I agree.
This is a 200-year-old experiment.
We're getting into, it's a dangerous time.
It sure is. And so the two of them need
Wouldn't
to
that
unite.
I wept thinking of that concept the first time I thought, what if? I don't know. I think my concern, and again, I love her, and I'm a Bill Clinton fan from huge. Remember, we met him the first time. I'm afraid that the ego might be larger than the bigger picture. That's my concern.
But I believe innately that they both, based on their intellect, their experience, their sense of civic duty, they have the capacity to put their own egos aside.
They have the capacity. Right. They do it.
Well, if everyone believes in that capacity, and we keep putting that message out, and one doesn't take it as an insult or use it against the other one.
Right.
It should just be, if your intent is pure, the result is pure.
I agree.
So the two of them have to sit together like this and go, dude, do you realize what's happened to this nation?
Do you think that could happen?
I believe it could, because if you don't believe, we're all doomed. If here are the two most powerful political forces the Democrats have had in so long.
And they're at the same time, the same year.
And they need to look at each other and say, I am a minority and this is unbelievable. I am a minority and this is unbelievable, and look what we can do together. And which one is the left hand and which one is the right is irrelevant. Because if they work together, it will be 16 years.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what? It takes a huge ego to want to be president of the United States. And even though they want to be president so they can serve, and both of them have served, Hillary Clinton has served forever.
Right.
But I think when it gets this large, and the Clintons, that's my concern, is that if God said to them, I will let you win, but it's not going to be the best thing for the country, or I'm going to let him win, and it will be I think they would say, I'll win, and maybe we'll fix it. I think that their egos might be that out of control right now.
Well, in all, fairness,
and I love her.
He has never been at this altitude. They have lived at the top of Kilimanjaro, whatever it is. I don't know what the big mountain that they climb, that huge one that they all go. The point is, he's been in the big waves. He's been in the Hawaiian pipeline, right, for a little while.
Right.
They've been in the kind of superstar national stage.
International.
For how long? They're more used to the waves. So they're also, when you climb up to the top of Mount Everest, there's not a lot of oxygen there. You make bad decisions.
Right.
What are you supposed to do when you get up there?
Very good
You
thing.
stick your flag in and you come back down, right?
You let somebody else hand you some oxygen.
Right, but you can't stay there or you'll die.
No, you're right.
So he hasn't been up there a long time. So to say that, he is mobilizing everyone, he is very qualified, he is an unbelievably charismatic speaker. I believe, if they got together, they would be unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Either way, and they both should say...
if the Republican wins, I'm thinking Canada's not so far. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
It upsets me so much.
I'll tell you something, though. I met John McCain at an Air Force base in San Antonio, the only privately funded, fully equipped rehabilitation hospital for amputees from the war. But it was privately funded. Okay?
Exactly.
So he came and Hillary Clinton both spoke, and it was full of hundreds of wounded veterans in all capacities, parts of their head missing and limbs and legs, and it was really the most unbelievable thing I'd ever seen. And so he was there, and he walked right over to me and stuck out his hand and said, "Hey, you," and he's laughing, and he gave me a hug. He goes, "You're like me. What you think, you say." He goes, "I like that. Look me straight in the eye, Then he went up there and he gave a speech that only someone who has been in the armed forces and served as he did could have given, and it melted you to the core. And Hillary came in late. and gave a speech as if she was anywhere. And I remember after that I turned to Kelly and said, God, if you had to pick right now, who would you choose? Right. And she said, totally him. So, you know, everyone's writing me, how can you say that? Listen, I looked in his eyes. I know the man's history. I know what his voting record is.
Right.
I have faith in this man, much more than I ever had faith in any of the Bushes. So,
well, sure.
Yeah, but I believe that, you know, there's
you're not supporting McCain.
No, but I do think this. If the Democrats don't get together, McCain will win.
I'm afraid of that, too.
So the Democrats need to pull it together at some point.
They have a huge machine, and it's very successful. They know what they're doing. We have to pull it together. And you're right. They have to mobilize. Those two have to come together.
Yes.
What an amazing time this would be if that could happen.
It has to happen.
I agree.
Or it won't happen.
And, you know, it's funny because people are saying she's the one who wouldn't support him, and yet this is it for her. This is it. It would be the best thing for the country. It would be incredible.
So whoever wins, it should be whoever wins, the other will serve as vice president.
God, that would be amazing.
That's the press conference.
Okay, that's what we want. That's what we want.
And you know what that is, Sam? The musical ending. That's when, do you hear the
people sing that? Look at this. I'm going to have to make it 45 parts.
Geez,
it's
we
going to be
gotta
like
stop.
a series. Excuse
You
my
can't
I don't ever
curse on this?
No, I don't. Beep. I'll put that in later.
Shit.
Bye. Bye.